important to the community. Well, one of the people that I've always wondered about since I've been here and I saw that sign, like I said, I'm from the West Coast. I saw that sign that we were the pimento capital of the world, so I started looking that up because I didn't see any pimentos around. But when I looked it up, I found out about the first parades that we had for the Pimento Festival. And 1950, we had a parade and we had a Pimento Festival queen, Woodbury Pimento Queen. Her name is Betty Jean Waddell. And the Waddells, we have a lot of Waddells. And in fact, she lives on Duke Waddell, which the gentleman just said they were fixing the road. She was 18 when she was our first queen. She's now 92. And she's gonna be our Grand Marshal. So she's excited. I met with her last week and she stooped over because she lost her husband a year ago. She stooped over because he's a big man and she's petite and real tiny, like 5 foot, 100 pounds. And he had some kind of attack and she tried to catch him. Now a big man like that falling on a little lady, she torqued herself and so she bent over. But I said, that's no big deal, Betty. I said, you're gonna be sitting in a car and guess what the car is gonna be? Michelle Klima, who owns a bunch of our different shops here, Resurrect and Gather Warehouse, she has a 1937 Buick that we are going to deck out with flowers and lights to really make sure that she feels like the queen that she is. And we don't know how much longer we're gonna have Betty. Now she's a Spitfire when I met her last week, but shoot, we don't know we're gonna be dealt. And at 92, I hope I'm like her, 92 years old.
And so everybody put those dates on your calendar and come out for this parade. We hope it's going to be the best parade we've had. Sure got a lot of people working hard on it. I think it's going to turn out real well. Okay, our next item of business here is to vote on increase in internet fees.
Do you want a development party?
No.
I'm sorry, Woodbury Development Authority. I'm sorry, Kira.
That's okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Our October update is just going to be to let everyone know that October is actually Industry Awareness Month. So Jennifer and Ms. Pinky went out and met with many of the owners of our industries in this town and just wanted y'all to know that we have over 200, or excuse me, they employ over 200 people in the community and surrounding areas. So I thought that was something pretty cool to know. I know industries in town do not get a lot of recognition, so we actually invited them to a dinner at Dublin's this past week, and or this past week, and got to meet with them and talk with them and let them know how much we appreciate them being in our area and doing business here. So that's pretty much it for October.
Okay, thank you, Kira.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll drop down to item number 9, which is unfinished business. First item on number 9 is to vote on the internet fees, to increase the internet fees on commercial establishments to $100 a month and residential houses to $50 a month. The council discussed this tonight. We've got it back on the agenda for further discussion. And before we have discussion though, I need a motion from a council member to raise these fees. Okay, we're changing the commercial from 150 to 100, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right, that's already dealt with. Okay, now we got Mr. Revel, who owns, okay, yeah, we got the vote and increase that commercial fee to $100. Okay, I need a motion for that. Okay, I need a motion to increase.
I made a motion to, decrease the internet from $150 to $100 for the business.
We got a motion, have a second?
I second the motion.
All right, got a motion, first and a second, on this motion. Is there any more discussion? Okay, Everyone in favor of, lowering the commercial rate down to 100? Raise your hand. All right, we will reduce that first commercial fee from $150 to $100 a month. We're still cheaper than any other provider that I'm aware of for commercial business. The next item on our agenda is Mr. Revel. He owns the Star Grill down here just south of town where Dromedary and 85 come together. That little V right there. So, Mr. Revel, you here? Okay. You want to say anything? Because we are going to be deciding whether to issue you your business license or not.
No, sir, we already, discussed it.
Okay. All right, did you all get a copy of his business plan? I think. So his business plan was available Thursday night on work session.
Yeah, we went over.
Okay. Everybody had a chance to read that business plan? Okay, that was one of the requirements that we asked him for. And, there was a question about his health certificate, but he's got that. Have y'all seen that? Okay. He paid for the renewal in, let's see, when was it? July 29th. July 29th this year. That's for the business that he is currently operating down here at the intersection of Dromedary, Malard Road. Okay, now do I hear a motion to grant Mr. Revel his business license?
She got a question. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Well, it was just a fun discussion, I discussed it.
Okay. A motion?
I made the motion to, give, Adrian Revel his business license.
And a second?
I second.
All right, we got a motion, second. Is there any discussion?
Yes, in the work session, we talked about, we had asked for the, specific business hours and the signs stating no alcohol until his alcohol license was, completed and approved. So I would say, yes, contingent upon, receiving those things.
The business hours is on the paper right now.
Yeah, the business hours, maybe you just overlooked that, is on the health department certificate.
12 to 12.
And I might mention our zone laws does not have a stipulation on business hours, except for alcohol places of business.
So as of right now, it'll be from 12 to 2, but when you get the alcohol license, it'll be, you have to, I don't know what your start hours, I say from 12 to 12:59. That's right, it's 12:59. It'll be 12:59 once the alcohol license.
Right, you'll have to close by 1 AM. Parking lot cleared and everybody
And
gone.
I thought it was on the alcohol just stopped being served at, 12 o'clock, what I read. The alcohol just stopped, it just cut off time to serve alcohol. And the business continued after that. It's just at 12 o'clock, you have to stop serving alcohol. That's what I read in the order.
Okay, what do you want your business hours to be?
No, I already presented the business hours. What I'm saying is the ordinance, at 12 o'clock, you have to stop serving alcohol, and the business can continue.
Okay, your hours are 12 noon to 2 AM?
Yeah.
All right. Council good with that?
That's fine, that's Monday.
Monday, Monday through Sunday? Okay. All right, I'll have to clarify the closing time if you got alcohol on premises. I'm not sure about the closing time, but I'll check that out. And of course, your application for alcohol is still in process. And the other thing that the council wanted you to do, to open up this, your current business, is to put a sign out there on your property stating that there's no alcohol allowed on the
I
premises.
already ordered the sign, they should be here tomorrow.
Okay, all right. And then once you get your alcohol license, you can take the signs down. Okay, any other thing the council would like to ask Mr. Rebel about, or any other stipulation you want to put on his opening? All right. All in favor of Mr. Rebel getting his business license back, raise your hand. Got one abstention because he's got a conflict of interest. Okay, all opposed? All right. Got your business license back, Mr. Rebel. All right, see me after the meeting. Well, we got executive session after this meeting, but you've got some forms in your alcohol package that you've got to redo. So,
Yeah, I think I took them back in today.
yeah, you came back in, but still some problems with what you turned in.
Okay,
So just come back to City Hall and see Deanna,
okay.
and she'll go through with you everything that you need to correct. All right? Our next item, unfinished business, is the Woodbury Village development. Y'all know we've had 3 public hearings on this development. And in our last council meeting, the council decided to table the decision or the vote on this development. So now tonight, we need to make a decision.
We have to discuss what we're gonna table it.
Okay. So,
Yeah. This is the meeting that we're gonna
okay,
Yeah.
all right. We have this Woodbury Village on the agenda, so now we can vote it down, vote it up, or table it. What's the motion from the council?
I made the motion that we table it, again.
Okay, we got a motion that we table the development. Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, we got a motion second to table the development to, a future date, and that date should be no longer than 30 days.
We're not putting a day on it, because we gotta, until we, with the lawyer that's gonna talk to the workshop.
Okay, the motion now, is to table the decision on Woodbury Village, and have a second to table the decision. Is there any more discussion concerning this project?
What's the purpose of taking what's going on? Trying to start with?
Well, we're tabling it because we had to get a zoning attorney. We have consulted, Scott on that, but until we get the city rights, until we get further information on it. Cause we're not gonna jump out there and because we got a problem with the zoning map. So until attorney tell us, look over everything before we move forward. Cause even if, we gotta have stipulation and all that, and we can't decide. We don't know because it's a conflict between the 2019, map, the character map. So until we gotta make the best decision for the citizens. The time shouldn't put a pressure on us knowing what we got to do, what's the best for the city.
So Scott, where you at on that?
I gave y'all my opinion, but y'all wanted a second opinion, and I told the attorney who was giving us a second opinion, we had to have about the 28th, and then y'all changed the meeting date till tonight, and he didn't give us the opinion by tonight, if he was told the 28th. Y'all got my opinion in a memo.
Now, did y'all see the attorney's opinion?
Yes.
Is that opinion public knowledge? Can the opinion be made public knowledge?
We're still discussing some legal issues. Is that public knowledge now,
It's
Scott?
attorney-client privilege, but the attorney-client privilege belongs to the client, not the attorney.
But that's why we.
I can't disclose what y'all could if by a majority vote of the council.
Well, that's why we was asking to table till we get, I mean, because, the other attorney couldn't give us his opinion on it by the 28th. I mean, because we've changed it, so we still don't have his opinion. Now, moving too fast can cause us, or not moving too fast, however it is, but we just need to get more information before we make a decision, before we make a decision, because this affects us long term.
I agree.
You know, before we
It
do
is.
this.
Any other discussion among the council? All right. The motion to table it, did I hear that motion?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, we've got a motion to table, got a second to table. All in favor of tabling this motion until, well, we need to give the applicant a date.
We rushing ourselves, we got to, I mean, what is the rush? I mean, because this a big decision got to be made. We're not saying we come back next time and do it, we've been on spoke to the other attorney, but this is a major decision that we're making for Woodbury, for the citizens, that we got to deal with. Yeah, so just table it, and we can bring it back up.
We'll just table till next meeting. Jay, is that what you're saying? Okay. All right, the motion is to table a decision on this Woodbury Village until our next month's council meeting.
So we got to table the variance, because they gonna build over it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're not trying to stop no one from building, but at the
I'm
same
saying
time.
the variance in
we
that,
got-
the variance in that, don't make no difference.
But at the same time, as of right now,
It
we
does
need
make
to
a
consult the attorney, and that's when I said, now you're putting a time on, because if we
Makes a
haven't got the information that we need, I mean, we can, if we have the information by next month, we go forward. But if we don't, we still be coming at, about 30 more days. Let's table it until we talk to the attorney. We ask questions, what you have, what everybody have. And those questions as of right now is not being answered. What Scott said, I looked at what Mr. Scott said in there, but at the same time, that's just me. I don't know how anybody else feels about it, but to get what we need and ask questions directly, and everything that the citizen done brought to us, to make sure that we doing it, this is the best interest for the city.
I'm saying that about the zones, see, they talking about variances. The zoning, they don't know what they're asking for.
Well, like I say, that's my vote. I mean, that's how I feel about it as well. I mean, I don't know, the rush, I mean, we shouldn't be rushed into anything.
I agree.
Without a consulting attorney. Attorney we asking questions, that the citizen can't brought to us. We owe that to, because we're gonna have to deal with whatever decision that we put forward. Whatever we do, we gotta deal with it.
Can anybody say?
Okay, any more discussion among the council? Okay, ready to vote?
Yeah.
All right, all in favor of tabling the, decision of Woodbury Village, raise your hand. Two and oh. It failed, because we don't have a majority vote. Well, I can't break a tie until somebody votes one way or the other.
Well, you can.
You didn't vote, so does that mean you're not gonna vote? Okay, a no vote, same thing as a yes vote, is that right?
We didn't say all opposed. You have 2/4 of, who's opposed?
Who's opposed?
I didn't hear, I heard you say.
That's what I'm
If they
asking.
don't vote, they're unopposed, is that what you're
So,
saying?
Do we have, who votes against?
That's not,
2 for, 2 against,
2 for, 2
to
against.
table it.
The table, right.
we need to table it.
I'll put all this on
We gotta
there.
vote.
Yeah.
But you didn't know who you were voting for next time, I said.
So what is your vote?
We got some legal issues with our zone orders, no doubt about it. In fact, it's invalid.
Who's in them?
We've had 3 public hearings. We've heard from the public, 3 public hearings. And if I understand the zoning procedures law correctly, a governing body is not supposed to make a vote based on so much what the people want, but based on, the facts of the law and the application of the zoning request. And it is my opinion that their zoning request